Hi everyone, it's Janice. I'm back again today to show you another Alice in Wonderland fabric journal, but this time it's got a different fabric I haven't used before, and it's a lilac lavender fabric. So the image on the front is the famous tea party, and they're all cutouts on there. Piece of lace decorating and some little charms here and a silver frame. The spine is a braid, and I've put a little crochet piece here and added some charms. And there's the back of the fabric. That also shows the famous tea party. I'd forgotten I had this fabric because I bought it quite some time ago, so I was glad I found it. The closure is an Alice braid. This is what I've been putting on these smaller, not as chunky journals. So when I say not as chunky, it just means that it's got a lot more writing pages in it and not as many pockets, but more than enough ephemera. So these tags have been stamped and they have eyelash trim. And then this one is The Story Begins and This Book Belongs To, and they're cutouts. I've actually cut those out. This one has been joined with fabric, this flip pocket, and it has a tag in there which I've stamped on calico and sewn around it. And the other side is, oh, I put that in the wrong way, didn't I? I'll leave that for later. It has a note card in there. I've decorated every page, and there is a lot of tuck spots. So that one is a bottle with a note card. This one's a new pocket I've made, and I've made it out of storybook paper. And these are cutouts on here to decorate, and it has a tag in there, and I've put a little cutout there, and this one has a library card in there of the Queen, and then some washi tape and another little cutout. Little tuck spot with a note card. That's newsprint paper I found in a store, and I thought it would be good for writing on. Belly band with some note cards in there. The rabbit. And some drink me and eat me tags with eyelash trim decorating. I've added a paper doily. These are ones I've stamped. That one's got a teapot on it. Another tuck spot with a library card. And a little pocket here with some note cards in there. I've made that pocket out of Stamperia paper. Let's change that book. Note card with my favourite image of the Cheshire Cat. I've actually put two in this book. I didn't realise I'd put two of those cutouts in, but I noticed it after I'd put the book together. Middle of the first, signature and note card and writing paper. This is. That's blue lace as the belly band. Got a little key charm and a note card and more writing paper. Another little tuck spot with a library card. I've had those library cards, the digitals, for many years, and a ticket. And when I was going through my files, I found quite a lot of different ones, so I'm printing them up and adding to Alice books. pocket with a note card. That's another one that's quite an old digital as well. A circle and a note card. This is my second time going through this book, so I'm not sure why it cut out, but I think I talked too much in the previous video. Another paper doily with the white rabbit. Mason jar with a white rabbit. And a pocket with the queen. Playing card and a note card. This one's an envelope. I've put a cutout of a teapot on there, and inside that is a postcard of the famous tea party. And that's on marble coloured paper. I have a pad of that, so I've started to use it in some of the journals I make. This one's a see-through pocket, and it has a smaller bottle and a larger bottle on that one. So every page is decorated, and that's a note card. That's an Alice playing card. Some of them had images of Alice, but a lot of them just had the numbers. A tuck spot with a mason jar. Who in the world am I? That's the great puzzle. A little note card. And this one's the other side of that flip. And that one's got a tag with stamped images on muslin. It's just got eyelash trim at the top. That's a different fabric. I haven't used that in a book yet. I was a bit disappointed because the images were so large. So it's got a tag in the top hat. So I'll just use it for ephemera, because that's another piece of Alice fabric I have. That's a storybook page on the envelope, and it has a note card. This starts a second signature now. This pocket's made from shimmer cardstock, and I've put cutouts on that one with a note card. And that's another one of those pockets made with book page. These are actually little cutouts because there was no picture there. So this tag, this one's a very old tag. Old digital, I mean, not the tag itself. And it has the puppy there. Another note card. I think there's over 65 pieces of ephemera in the book. I'll put the link below, and a note card and a library card. I know it's got quite a few in it. This one is actually an Edith Holden page, so it's quite thick, and I've put some Alice tags and a note card in the belly band at the bottom. And another little playing card tuck spot with the Mad Hatter. More writing paper. And that's another doily which has been stamped with Alice on that one. A note card in that tuck spot. And that's a different colour marble paper. And there's a ticket in that little one. All those ones I've put through the book. I think it's nice to read the part of the story attached to that particular image. And there's a bottle with some tickets in that one. The middle of the second signature is actually a page out of one of my Alice in Wonderland books. It's quite a large book and I didn't want to cut it, so I've folded it. And it's a good place to put lots of pieces of whatever you want to save in there. I've added note cards and a library card, and then it just folds up. I'll put the little key over there. So you have the complete page. And this tuck spot of Alice. And some playing cards. Another one of Alice with the deck of cards. And the other side of the paper doily with the Mad Hatter. And that was the other cutout I put in the book. It is my favourite one though. And more of that's the back of the writing paper with the Cheshire cat. And note cards in here. That belly band, that's another cutout there as well. And an envelope. I've decorated the front of the envelope with Alice. With Alice. And inside is a note card of Alice and the Cheshire cat. There's a little bottle at the back there, but I've just put that on that page. It can be moved to a lot of other pages. And that's the other side of that Edith Holden page. And that one's got some note cards in there. And the other side. A pocket with the Mad Hatter. These are cutouts as well. That's a different fabric that joins that page. And another top hat, and this time with different Eat Me and Drink Me tags with the eyelash trim. And an envelope. The Queen and Alice. And that's cut out of the Queen on there. And there's another page from one of my storybooks. And this one's a notepad. And it's got various papers in there. And it just does up with the embroidery thread. So that's my latest Alice in Wonderland journal. Quite different seeing a purple lilac cover. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.